We just got finished presenting through the gate to the researchers and planners and others who are attending the RP conference. What is the why through the gate? What's the big idea from that study? Who are we trying to target? What are we trying to accomplish?
I think one of the big ideas that we present in our study for the field and for our practitioners on the campuses is that transfer is a continuum. It's not just this binary yes-no outcome. It's not something that we can just paint in that way anymore. It's really a journey. And I think what our study focuses on there are multiple exit points and multiple groups along this journey that face different obstacles. And I think that was kind of the big idea and finding in our study and what we like to really showcase in our presentation.
So why don't you share with people why we did this study? Where did this come from?
I think it's too easy to say we had to start somewhere, but at the same time, we wanted to look at which populations we could really affect immediately and really help the system immediately. And so we wanted to look at these students who were far along their transfer pathway and yet somehow don't make it to the university, and trying to unpack how many students that means, which students they are, where they reside, who's having the most difficulty making through. Because as you know, there are so many legislations and other policies out there to help advance our transfer initiative. But we have the ADT, and yet we still haven't really seen huge significant bumps in our transfer, especially with certain disproportionately impacted populations. And so understanding why and when these policies are implemented, how students are receiving them, and what else is going on that is basically invisible to us as practitioners or policymakers.
So we've done a few of these sessions at a lot of different places, talked to a lot of different types of practitioners. So what did you try to do differently this time, knowing that this was the Research and Planning Conference? Who were you hoping would come to this session, and what might you hope they get out of it in particular?
Well, I think you said that we had more than just institutional researchers in the audience, which is always great to see. We've been on tour with our study for the past year. It's been a while, and we've reached so many different people at different levels and intersegmentally, with the Cal States and UCs as well. And it really shows that transfer is an all-hands-on-deck sort of mission. I think particularly for this audience, a lot of what we presented to everyone else remained the same. But at the same time, we also presented a lot of numbers and a lot of data. And I think our audience today, who are majority institutional researchers that do attend the Research and Planning Conference, they are in a very unique position to be able to provide the scope of what we presented on their own campus and who these students are and what we can do now to help these students who are still enrolled and who are at that crossroad really help them through the gate.